I mean, it's looking quite likely that it will be next year.
How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock. We're going to go over why Wedbush analyst sees a massive move for Tesla stock and why he set his base price target for $1,400, and for the bullish case, he set it for $1,800. So we're going to go over and look at in detail why he has massive bullish outlook for Tesla as we go into 2022, and we also going to be talking about what to expect for Tesla stock in the short term as we approach the year end of 2021. So all this important information in this video coming up. As you can see over here, we have Tesla stock that's sitting at $1,088.47. We're slightly down 0.5% to the downside. We had a phenomenal open today. We opened at $1,110, but we slightly sold off to the downside. When you look at the overall stock market compared to Tesla, as you can see right here, we had some slight pullback also with the overall stock market. Tesla's down 0.5%, and we also have other big companies, big tech companies like Google, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, which had a phenomenal day yesterday, is also down 2%. So the overall stock market is having a slight pullback. We had a phenomenal 5-day run that happened due to the Santa Claus rally that we experienced. So we're seeing some slight pullback happening, which is definitely healthy for the overall stock market. But of course, we expect the continuation of the Santa Claus rally till the end of 2021. Now, let's talk about Tesla stock and what to expect for Tesla stock as we go into 2022. We don't have any updates for Elon Musk sales so far as the recording of the video. When I went to the website to check any updates of Elon Musk sales, we don't have any sales for Elon Musk so far. The last sale that we're looking at right now is in December 22. This is one of the important things we need to watch out for Tesla, is what Elon Musk is doing with the remaining 1.5 million shares that he has left for him to sell. When you go over and look at exactly some massive news that came out for Tesla stock, we have Wedbush analyst that sees a base price target of $1,400 for Tesla in 2022 and a bullish price target of $1,800. We're going to go over and look at an interview of Dan from Wedbush, how he came up with this price target. He mainly states that the massive growth for Tesla in 2022 is going to be coming from China. So we also had some massive updates about self-driving by Elon Musk. He did a podcast and he stated in the podcast that full self-driving could be implemented in 2022. So
when do you think Tesla will solve level 4 FSD?
I mean, it's looking quite likely that it will be next year. So the interventions, per million miles has been dropping dramatically. At some point, and that trend looks like it happens next year, is that the probability of an accident on FSD is less than that of the average human, and then significantly less than that of the average human. So it certainly appears like we will get there next year. Then of course then there's going to be a case of, okay, well, we now have to prove this to regulators and prove it to and we want a standard that is not just equivalent to a human, but much better than the average human. I think it's got to be at least 2 or 3 times higher safety than a human, so 2 or 3 times lower probability of injury than a human. Before we would actually say, like, okay, it's okay to go. It's not going to be equivalent. It's going to be much better.
That is going to be massive. I'm going to be making a detailed breakdown video about that. But in this video, let's check out this small clip interview of Dan Bush explaining to us exactly what to look out for Tesla as we go into 2022 and why he came up with this bullish price targets for Tesla stock. After we watch the video, I'm going to come back and we're going to look at the technical analysis and what to watch out for Tesla stock in the short term. So let's check out this video.
Let's talk about firstly how you get to this price target. I know you've been bullish for a while, but I think it's always helpful to remind everyone the sort of multiple that implies to get to $1,400.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've always viewed Tesla not as an auto company, but as a disruptive technology name. It's all about when they get to scale. So when you look at 2025, 2026 earnings, could they have $25 plus earnings potential? And I think that's just one way to sort of look at it. I also view some of the parts. When we look at China alone, I think China could be worth 400, even in a real bull case, $500 per share. And right now, just part of green tidal wave, we're really starting to see an inflection in 2022. And I think right now it's really sort of the next step of this Tesla growth story playing out.
So I didn't hear in that what the actual multiple is or which year's earnings you're basing it off. Maybe you can tell us that. But more importantly, why do you think it holds that premium multiple for another year or another 5 years when at least this year there's been a bit of flirtation with profit taking, a bit of a shift in how bullishly people value this company?
No doubt. And look, for Tesla, the haters are going to continue to hate. But when you start to look out for disruptive technology stocks that you could put call it 45, 50 multiple on what I view as $30 of earnings, and ultimately that could be even stronger as we get into the next few years, then you look at a base case 1,400, bull case 18. Because right now, in terms of EVs, if you look at unit growth, I think unit growth next year accelerates. We could see 55, 60% plus. Then you start to look at battery technology. And I think, well, this is the key. You look at that gross margin profile continues to expand significantly. Now the profitability picture starts to come into hold. That's always sort of been the sort of 1-2 punch. And I think now we really see that play out over the coming years.
What about China, Dan? What if they fail to really penetrate that market as Musk has planned to and as investors had hoped, which is really the growth opportunity? There's been some challenges.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, and if you look at earlier this year, between the PR issues, the safety issues, as well as just from a chip perspective, China started off pretty dark in terms of what we saw earlier this year. But now you're starting to see that strength accelerate into the rest of this year. And I think in 2022, you could be looking at a 50K per month run rate. But ultimately, I mean, Sarah, as you highlight, that really is the fork in the road. I mean, if China, anytime there's some white knuckles around China, that's clearly an overhang on Tesla stock. But the supply and demand story in China, that's a linchpin to our bull thesis. And I think by next year, 2022, you could have 40 to 50% of deliveries coming out of China. And just importantly, the profitability in China is dramatically more than what we're seeing in the U.S. And now you put Austin, in terms of that factory build out, as well as Berlin. I think this really starts to be not just the golden age of EVs, but for Musk and Tesla as we go into next year.
Before we talk about in detail breakdown of Tesla stock, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notification, and if you want free stocks, also check out the links and description box below to get 5 free stocks for the holiday. So as you can see over here, we have Tesla stock that's performing very well so far. For the past few days, we had a phenomenal bounce back from the $900 support, and we broke out of the $1,000 area. We're seeing a slight pullback of Tesla stock. Today, this morning, we had a phenomenal open. We went above $1,100, but unfortunately, we sold off to the downside just a little bit. So as you can see in after hours, we're slightly up 0.46%. So the main thing that can affect Tesla stock in the short term is Elon Musk stock sales. As you can see over here, we have the volume that is slowly decreasing for Tesla stock. This is mainly because of the holidays. A lot of people are taking breaks, big hedge fund managers and etc. They're taking breaks for the holidays. We're approaching New Year's coming in, and the volume is expected to decline. And if Elon Musk decides to unload his shares during this time, it can slightly hurt the stock because the volume is definitely not that big. But we've seen Tesla actually perform very well, even though Elon Musk was selling his shares. But we definitely need to keep in mind that when Elon Musk unloads his shares, if there's not a lot of buyers coming in to buy Tesla stock, the stock can definitely see some slight pullback in the short term. But however, a lot of people are excited to buy Tesla stock. Even if Elon Musk sells his shares, I think we can definitely hold above this area. If we stay above $1,000 and go into 2022 above $1,000, that is phenomenal, because we have the earnings coming up at the beginning of the year, and that is going to be super bullish. We talked about it on yesterday's video. But first, the first thing we need to finalize is Elon Musk selling his shares, and that is going to be another super bullish news for Tesla stock. But just keep in mind that when he sells his shares, you might see some slight pullback for Tesla stock. That is just a short-term price prediction. In the long term, Tesla stock is going to have a phenomenal year in 2022, as you saw from the interview from the analyst. And also, I think Tesla stock is going to have a phenomenal year in 2022. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notification bell. If you want 5 free stocks for the holidays, check out the links in the description box below. But I'll catch you guys on another video. Have a wonderful day.